After 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐬 and his army have been defeated, the Aes Sedai bury their fallen soldiers and pay their last respects. With the burial rites completed, Nynaeve, the mages and their warders take 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐬 prisoner and continue their journey. After 1 month of traveling, they finally arrive at the White Tower, positioned in the heart of Tarvalin, a modern and prosperous city. Coincidentally, Mat and Rand also arrive at the city and check into a local inn. There, Rand visits the inn's library to pick up some books and runs into Loial, a highly intelligent but talkative ogier. While the two converse, they get distracted by a bustling street commotion. Rand hastily checks it out and meets Mat as the two men observe the forming crowd. They discover the uproar is caused by the Aes Sedai as the mages parade a captured 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐬 through the streets. The people of Tarvalin scoff at the false Dragon Reborn and haul fruits at him as boos echo the city. When 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐬 eventually passes Rand and Mat, the ex-mage stares at the duo and bursts into a crazy, hysterical laugh that sends chills down their spines. A few miles from the White Tower, Perrin and Egwene, accompanied by the Tuatha people, run into the White Cloaks. Valda, the army's questioner, recognizes the duo from their travels with Moiraine and commands his soldiers to arrest them. The Tuatha people come to the duo's rescue and form a shield to protect them from the army. While the tribespeople distracts the White Cloaks, Aram leads Perrin and Egwene through the woods in an escape attempt. However, their plan fails as the soldiers eventually find and capture the two travelers, knocking Aram out in the process. The White Cloaks take Perrin and Egwene to their camp and imprison them, with Valda leading an interrogation to ascertain their true identities. After much questioning, Valda infers that Egwene is not an Aes Sedai mage. However, the perceptive soldier suspects she can channel the One Power and tries to get her to confess. Well aware that a confession would only lead to her death, Egwene continuously denies this, but Valda easily sees through her lies. Realizing she'd never admit it, Valda employs a vile and manipulative tactic. The questioner uses a knife to slice Perrin's back, causing him to bleed profusely. After doing this, Valda gives Egwene 2 options. 1. She can keep up with her story of being unable to channel and watch Perrin bleed to death. Or 2, she can use the One Power, thereby sacrificing herself while Perrin gets to live. After delivering the impossible options, Valda leaves the duo to decide. Meanwhile, back in Tarvalin, Nynaeve leaves the White Tower and finds Mat and Rand in the city's inn. Relieved, she warmly embraces her 2 friends as the townfolks finally reunite. During their exchange, Nynaeve notices Mat is behaving strangely and questions Rand about it. A worried Rand theorizes Mat can channel the One Power and fears the magic may be corrupting him. Witnessing 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐬's parade by the Aes Sedai, Rand is scared of the magic group finding out about Mat. Nynaeve echoes his concerns, and together, the duo decides to keep Mat away from the White Tower, with Rand offering to stay with him. When Nynaeve returns to the White Tower, she keeps Rand and Mat's arrival in the city away from Moiraine, and innocently goes about her daily activities. Later that evening, Steppen, still recovering from Kareen's death, shares a drink with Lan. The 2 warders discuss their romantic lives, with Steppen proposing that Lan and Nynaeve may have feelings for each other. Lan acknowledges he's fascinated by her, but doesn't dwell on it as the 2 men drink into the night. When Lan wakes up the next day, he is horrified to find Steppen's lifeless body and discovers his friend had committed suicide over Kareen's death. Filled with sorrow, he attends his funeral and performs the burial rites in line with their culture. Back in the White Cloaks camp, Perrin and Egwene ponder their next action. Perrin suggests he be sacrificed, citing it'd be a suitable punishment for him mistakenly killing his wife during the Trolloc attack months ago. Sympathetic to his guilt, Egwene rejects this offer and reassures the grieving Perrin that his wife's death was merely an accident. Moments later, Valda returns and demands an answer from the duo. When both parties keep mute, the interrogator adds some additional cuts to Perrin's back. The sight brings Egwene to tears, and she eventually decides to sacrifice herself as she channels the One Power in Valda's presence. Having the evidence he needs, Valda moves toward a bound Egwene to kill her. Right then, Perrin's eyes turn bright yellow as he adopts a wolf-like appearance. This change comes with superpowers as he breaks out of his bonds and approaches Valda. The questioner turns toward Perrin and is frozen in shock by his wolf-like figure. While he's distracted, Egwene channels the one power to break out of her bonds and lunges at Valda with a knife. She swiftly buries the weapon in his neck as a frightened Valda dies on the spot. Wasting no time, Egwene and Perrin race out of the interrogation tent and are shocked to see a wolf pack raiding the White Cloaks camp. The wolves fiercely attack the soldiers, allowing the duo to escape unharmed. On their way out, they run into one of the canines, with Egwene preparing herself for its attack. However, a calm Perrin assures her the wolf wouldn't harm them, and true to his words, the creature runs off, revealing that Perrin has an intimate connection with wolves.